From turning nocturnal to giving refs the finger, these are the 2023 NBA moments you missed. And at number 25, Draymond Green picks the worst time to celebrate.
Draymond again down the deck to lay it up and out, but he'll draw the fouls. Porzingis.
What? Sheesh, bro didn't even make the shot. No wonder he's getting trolled. But up next, Kawhi Leonard calls an offensive foul on his own teammate.
Here's Gordon, and Kuminga fouls him. Oh, they're going to say offensive.
Now that's next level honesty. But now let's transition from honesty to straight up robbery. Because on November 21st, 2022, Evan Mobley was one rebound away from a double-double, leaving him with one more chance to secure the bag. That's when this happened.
Krejci launches a three, and maybe Cavs team might not have won this game and been able to.
Come on, D. Mitch. How you gonna do my man like that? Speaking of which, I also have a question for the referees.
Now that's the way maybe the future of refereeing will be.
Who knew refs were so Gucci? Definitely not me. But do you know what else I didn't realize? Nikola Jokic has much more in common with us than we think. After all, every American is dying to get home from their 9-to-5 job. But never in a million years did I ever think this applied to NBA players.
Now you are an NBA champion, Nikola. How does that feel?
It's good. It's good. The job is done. We can go home now.
I'll be damned. This dude really misses his horses. On the other hand, Stephen Curry can't get enough of basketball. At 35 years old, he's doing stuff I didn't know was humanly possible. One of which, the first ever floater from three-point range in NBA history.
35% on twos and was 10% better on threes. Steph, how did he make that? He wanted a little contact and didn't get it, but he made the shot.
Safe to say, fans got their money's worth. Meanwhile, one Rockets fan didn't just get their money's worth, they got more than they could ever imagine. Because with 6 seconds remaining and the Rockets trailing by 2, a young and fierce Jabari Smith stepped up to the plate.
He has him open. Throws one up in the air. Smith caught it for the win. Got it! An improbable Summer League opening victory for the...
Between 29 and a half seconds, a ridiculous game winner, and this speechless fan. I'm at a loss for words. That said, we see game winners every season. But do you know what we don't see often? Giannis getting dunked on.
Good ball fake, one more. Tatum. Oh, he caught one! Punched it on Giannis.
Why Giannis crying? Because he just got dunked on. I know what you really came for. You came to watch the fastest bucket in NBA history. This by no means is an easy feat. But when you have Buddy Hield on your side, the impossible becomes possible.
Backcourt matches up Donovan Mitchell and Garland, Darius Garland, right from the top. Wow!
Look at Buddy Hield.
So much confidence because of the...
For reference, this three-pointer only took Hield 3 seconds to make. Meanwhile, it took Ben Simmons more than 3 years to score his first three-pointer. But if that's hard to believe, then you won't believe our 16th moment, the time Giannis threw himself a rebound.
Wizards running out of time. Kispert off the mark. Another rebound there to Giannis. He's going to finish one rebound shy of a triple-double. And that'll do it. Oh, he got it. Does that count? It's got it, right? Shot attempt. Ricky Davis style. The bench told him. Giannis has his triple-double.
Wow, my G is one step closer to the triple-double god Russell Westbrook. Although, if that's cheap, then I got harsh news for you. Because it's one thing to throw yourself a rebound, it's another thing to try and run into a referee.
You got no. The same is with us.
Relax, I got it.
I know.
Thank you. That should be a tech, honestly.
No, I didn't see him. I turned it with him.
Nah, I was trying to get out of your way.
Yeah, I was already in sprint mode. My bad.
All good. You've been wanting to do that for 25 years.
Dang, LeBron really just physically assaulted a referee. And if LeBron is willing to go that far to get his way, one can only wonder how far Mikal Bridges will go. Because on April 9th, 2023, Bridges was on the precipice of history. If he played, it would be his 392nd consecutive game. But more importantly, it would be his 83rd game of the season, an NBA record. There was only one problem. The Nets had already clinched the 6th seed. There was no need for Brooklyn to play their starters. But fortunately, Mikal did something convincing.
Opening tip brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Please enjoy responsibly. There's the foul, Bridges, and it was 4 seconds.
In a league where LeBron has played 20-plus seasons and Curry holds the all-time three-point record, Mikal Bridges' durability stands alone. Yet, he's not the only one making a splash. Check out this epic exchange between Donovan Mitchell and Jrue Holiday.
Goes to Love. Mitchell does get it back. Long distance three. Oh, he banked it in.
Long lead pass to Holiday. Oh, no.
But this is, we're taking a look back, this sweet sequence at the end of the third quarter. Donovan Mitchell going off glass and then Jrue Holiday matching him.
But as impressive as these shots are, there's some players who don't want to shoot. Instead, they need some motivation from their opponents.
They've had a nice run with 6 men of the year, 5 of them in the last 9. Lou Will, of course, won a couple of them.
Not gonna lie, Draymond Green has no business telling Russell Westbrook to shoot. Then again, Draymond isn't taunting his opponents. He's getting mad at his teammates. So much so that he completely gave up on a play.
Wolves picked up the dribble. Need some help now. Final minute here in the first half. And Draymond, that was an oddity.
He just stopped playing.
Man, I'm so confused.
One can imagine where Jordan Poole would be today if he passed Green the ball. However, now that we're entering the top 10, which means 2 things. Number 1, it's gonna be epic. And number 2, the stakes have been raised. So at number 10, it's only right we talk about the Miami Heat. Throughout the entire season, they defied all the odds, resulting in their second NBA Finals appearance since 2020. And while that's impressive, a lot of people forget about January 10th, 2023, because it was on this fateful day that history was made.
To take the lead and break the NBA record at the same time, he makes this a 40 for 40 at the line.
The record set in 1982. And Butler makes it 40 in a row.
Wow, it's hard enough for Shaq to make 1 free throw, but a team making 40 in a row? Speaking of which, the Heat aren't the only ones defying the odds. Because what if I told you Brandon Ingram has been keeping a secret? He's nocturnal.
You definitely need him back for this stretch run.
You got Saturday and Sunday. You got a back-to-back at home.
Well, I guess this is what happens when you let intrusive thoughts win. On the other hand, not all intrusive thoughts are bad. Sometimes you just get an itch, in which case, it's not a bad idea to let loose.
Oh, hell no.
Safe to say you weren't expecting that. However, here at Dime, you should always expect the unexpected. It was Friday, January 13th, 2023, a highly anticipated game between the Warriors and the Spurs. So much so that the fans started pouring into the stadium. And shortly after, it became clear they were going to break the single game attendance record of 62,046 fans. Yet, just as they were about to break the record, a security guard started kicking out fans. The stadium was getting too packed. And more importantly, they didn't subscribe to the channel. But seriously, these fans blew the previous record out of the water.
Tonight's attendance is a record for an NBA game at 68,323.
Let that sink in for a sec. 68,323 people. If you had $1 for every person in attendance, you'd have a full year's salary. But for every exciting moment, there's a moment where someone loses their cool. However, in this particular case, it wasn't Dylan Brooks, Ja Morant, or even Draymond Green. It was the person you'd least expect.
Here he is. He still has that mismatch. And a traveling violation after all that.
This is where the Bulls...
Vuk just bought himself a one-way ticket to anger management training. Who knows? Maybe he'll bump into Andy Bernard. Speaking of which, Jordan Poole has a history with referees.
And he's one of their better three-point shooters. And talking about the defense, the 3-and-D, 37% from three-point range. You go under, he's going to make you pay. Poole did a stoppage. The official is Scott Wall.
I'm not sure who was more caught off guard, the referee or Jordan Poole. Either way, it still doesn't compare to this next moment. See, this year, Nikola Jokic achieved something that not even Wilt Chamberlain could do. Because in the NBA's 75-plus year history, there's never been anyone who recorded more than 7 triple-doubles in a single postseason. But in comes the Joker, who shatters everyone's expectations, recording a record-breaking 9 triple-doubles. It's hard to imagine a better postseason in the NBA. Between winning a championship, breaking records, and shoving Jamal Murray into the pool, what more can Nikola Jokic ask for? But before you answer that question, it's time for our final 3 moments. However, our third moment isn't the most flashy, it's not the most impressive, and it doesn't leave you in disbelief. That being said, it's crazy to think that 2 all-time greats like LeBron and Jokic can face off head-to-head on the court, and also go head-to-head in the flopping game.
Jokic comes up to get it. Deflected by James. And an offensive foul called on Jokic.
A complete embellishment by James to draw the loose ball foul.
Just 25% from 3 in the playoffs. Jokic knocked down again, and a whistle.
And he embellished to get that call as well.
You'd think with the NBA's new rules against flopping that players would flop less. But with their seasons on the line and emotions riding high, sometimes you gotta play dirty. That said, Tyler Hero ain't one to get dirty. To some, he may be a 23-year-old pretty boy dating IG models, but on the court, he's a whole different beast. And in Game 1 against the Bucks, this was on full display. Despite all odds, Hero not only played through a broken hand, but he scored a three-pointer while doing so. Trust me, it was a sight to see.
On to it, as you can see, staying in the game. Oh, now he's going to fire a shot. Oh, he is in incredible pain, as you can see.
As a wise man once told me, it doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down. All that matters is that you get up one more time than you were knocked down. Which reminds me, LeBron James has been knocked down a lot. Whether it's facing racism, living with a single mom, or early postseason struggles, there's been a lot he's had to persevere. But despite it all, LeBron has stayed committed to his dream. And because of it, it's allowed him to make history twice this season. First, he broke the all-time scoring record. But secondly, he became the first player to score 40 points against all 30 teams. A feat you only have to see to believe. If lucky, some players will score 40 points once in their career. If you're a superstar, you'll maybe score 40 points a handful of times. But then there's LeBron, who's done it against every team. And yet somehow, everyone seems to forget about this amazing feat. However, let's put an end to this madness. Just like it's time to stop watching this video and start watching this video. Come on, you don't want to see me get angry.